Hey, and welcome to the new episode of GROOF. I am Tim, the laughing man.
I'm Alan. Hi.
Yeah, it still is Alan. We are here today with you to show you some music in scope of me showing music to Alan. Now, Alan, tell me, have you ever heard of Tom Misch?
No.
Oh, that is good. Tom Misch is actually he's a young musician from UK, and I think he just started to produce and put his music to
Some what music? Some music?
Well, the thing is that to be honest, I personally fail to categorize his music into a certain like genre or something, because I'd say it's partially jazz. There are some elements of pop music, and his latest album that he released together with Yussef, the very talented drummer. I don't even know like what genre it is. It's some things are very experimental there.
Just something funny that I noticed right now. Like the last piece you showed me was Move On Up, and the one you
Yeah.
showed me now is Lift Off. So for you, it's always important that we go up. Like
Yes, always ascending. But coming back to Tom Misch, yeah, he started as an independent musician, posting his tracks on SoundCloud, and his debut album actually was released in 2018. It's called Geography, and if you haven't heard it, you should definitely check it out because it's a very good chunk of music, and it's very cool to know that he's super young, because I feel like this dude will just keep on making me happy with his music throughout entire life. And another person with whom he will be performing in the video that I'll be showing you is the drummer that I mentioned, Yussef. He is a very, very powerful drummer, and there actually isn't much information about him online. Like, there's actually no Wikipedia article about him. Can you believe it? But he is he's a machine, man. Like, he has an insane sense of groove. You will see that. I love him. And the third member of the trio that we will be witnessing now is now tell me again, Alan, have you heard of a bass player named Palladino?
No. Is that even a name?
That is a name.
Can you repeat? Tino Palladino.
Palladino.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's
Italian
actually
guy or?
He's Welsh. So I also
Oh.
thought, wow, that sounds very Italian, and
Yeah.
it turns out he is a Welsh bass player. I think one of the things that I know about him is that he actually, if I heard correctly, he can't read musical scores.
Okay. Like
but
me.
he is. That's a good coincidence, I think. He's a very influential player, and I'll show you tracks of Pino, and he supported a lot of different artists throughout his career, and he is generally considered one of the most influential bass players.
Wow.
But the guy that we'll be seeing is actually his son, Rocco Palladino.
You're always
I hijacked
You're like
it
teasing
again.
me with something and then no, we're not actually watching him, but
Yeah.
okay. Well then it's gonna be his son.
Yeah, and as you noticed already, the track is called Lift Off. It is from the last album from Tom Misch and Yussef that was released, I think, a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And
How many views does it have?
dude, I think I checked it today, and it has 1 million views, and I
Okay.
think it deserves so much more because it's a great track.
Nice. All right.
So, are you ready?
Yes, sure.
Well, let's kick it off.
3.
2, 1.
Okay. It feels like I'm in space somewhere, lifting off.
Exactly, and I like how the setup is very minimalistic. Like, it's a proper social distancing, actually, in these times.
Yes.
So this is Rocco, the guy on the guitar is Tom Misch. choreography happening there.
Yes. That's probably as we go through space, that's the sun maybe. I don't know.
Man, that Yussef has the groove, man.
Yes.
Like, he's so precise.
Yeah, crazy.
You can see that his body is moving,
Wow.
like, automatically. And that's a slow tempo overall, right? Because it's like, I don't know, 70, 80 BPM. But like they locked in so perfectly.
This is so special.
And it doesn't sound like a conventional jazz.
No.
It sounds
It's
a
like
bit
a
metal.
fusion something, yeah.
And the tone of the guitar.
The machine.
Yeah, man, like, he's a genius drummer, I'm telling you.
You know, he plays it not just like a rhythm instrument, but more like, I mean, he actually does real music with it. It's not just rhythm, it's also,
Yeah.
as if
In
he
the
would play a
beginning-
melody in a way.
Yeah, I agree. Like in the beginning, like he's so much more than just a drummer in terms of like adding this percussion sounds. Like because in the beginning, when Rocco enters with the bass, like or just a couple of seconds before that, he uses, I don't even know what's the name of that percussive thing where he basically just twisted. It's something that looked like it wasn't a shaker definitely, but it's something that produced this eerie sound. And like he knows his stuff was the rhythm for sure.
Yes, like a machine.
Yeah. And like they're also, I don't know, like it doesn't like it's a bit different from the other recordings where you see like musicians like looking at each other and smiling. It's like every single one of them is in their own zone,
Yeah,
but they
that's a
blend
good point.
together
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
Like it's very minimalistic in terms of emotions, in terms of like there is a certain amount of space between the notes because they don't try to do fast stuff.
Yeah.
And like I just love it. It's like it's a minimalist's paradise in some sense.
Yeah, well described.
Shall we continue?
Please.
I'm sorry, but that cowbell sound is so like it's so good there.
Can you go back a bit?
Yes.
Let's hear it again. Laser beams.
And it's more about the tone than it is about like speed or anything else.
Wow. Cool.
I felt like I got much older while watching this video. It's like I don't know,
Why?
just experienced too many things because it's so good.
Yes, like actually I think I would have to listen to that a few times to really digest what they just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I from my side I can add that I'm fascinated with the tone.
Yeah.
Because like for example Rocco on the bass, he's not like shredding or something, but he is very much in time with Yussef and with Tom. And he uses this octaver, you know, like it's a pedal that adds, like it takes the sound that your bass is producing and then it shifts it one octave below and adds it on top of the sound that you have. So it creates much deeper sound.
Oh,
and
okay.
it adds
Yeah.
to this very low, like this is what makes the track, in my opinion, heavy. It's very low in terms of the frequencies and it has a slow BPM
Yeah.
with like very, like certain subdivisions on the drums are super fast and Yussef is like this moments when he
Exactly, yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it creates this atmosphere of like yeah, I felt a bit as if I was in deep space. That was probably also the intention of the video, I guess. I don't know what the dancers really were there for, but I mean,
Yeah,
why not?
exactly. Otherwise it probably would be too minimalistic, you know?
Yeah, maybe. But they were already practicing for social distancing back then. I mean, that was older than COVID. Yeah.
Well, they released the video in March, you know, approximately at the time when we went to lockdown.
Okay.
So yeah, seeing that was like, that's a neat approach, you know.
Yes. They thought about everything.
Right.
Wow. Hey, thanks for showing me that. I will listen to it a few times. You know, this is not like typically my style of music. But
I could guess, I think, yeah.
But I'm happy that you show this to me, because I think if I listen to that more often and if I, you know, I think over time I would like this more as well. Like it's not. Yeah.
We have to pull you out a bit from your comfort zone, you know?
Yes. No, but that yeah, thanks for showing me. And
I'm glad.
Yeah, so I got now Tom Misch and Yussef dies. Yussef also plays with other artists, I suppose.
There are several, so he basically, I think, emerged in the beginning as a part of a duo with, actually, the duo was called Yussef Kamal, and I don't remember what that guy's, so there's another guy who plays the keyboard, Kamal, and I don't remember what is his surname or like his stage name, to be honest, so pardon.
How's his surname pronounced? Days.
I also don't know, like Deis.
He's gonna comment below and tell us his name.
Please, Yussef. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but Tom Misch, generally, to be honest, this is also not a track that is typical for Tom Misch himself. I think his typical style of tracks is more what you describe as what you like, you know. So I think this would be as much uncommon for Tom Misch as it is uncommon for you to listen to something like that.
Okay, interesting.
And this is what actually made it very enjoyable for me, because it was such a shift from the usual style of what he plays.
Yeah. So he did a similar progression as what you hope that I do as well, like going from the more.
Well, I didn't say that, but let's see where it brings you.
It's what you're thinking.
Yeah. I have very ambitious plans, Alan. So.
Cool. Yeah, hey, thanks for showing me, and I hope that you guys like this as well. Our reaction and Tom Misch's playing and the Yussef's drumming and all that. And
Rocco on the bass.
And Rocco on the bass. Let's not forget. I just didn't know his name anymore. But if you liked it, then please feel free to subscribe, give us a share. That would be amazing. Yeah. And then you're gonna get all the newest content. So it's worth it.
Yeah, totally. Thank you very much. Stay safe. And see you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye, guys.